Welcome to the official AFL Fantasy Podcast with the Traders.
G'day with the Traders, thanks to Sportsbet. I'm Roy, I coach Destroy, and I'm here with Warnie.
Coach of the Warn Dogs.
Oh, wow, calm and collected. And Calvin.
Coach Calvinator.
Whoa, a little bit flat there, but boys,
Look at his smug he is. Look at him.
he's hugely smug.
Oh, my God.
Has been, I don't know if it's more enjoyable to be around, but he's been happy.
He has been much happier.
We've got a massive show ahead today, boys, because there is a heap going on. We've got the buys, we've got DPPs.
We've got the top scorer of the three of us in the room.
He messaged me last night and he said, I can't believe my team scored that much more than yours. And I went,
Yeah,
Dog.
and it shouldn't have.
He did not write that.
He did. He wrote
Oh, my God, that's rude.
No, I didn't.
He did.
Roy. You know, this is what he does.
Dog.
He's a bully.
Not bully.
Did you see, there was like a time where we all had like 7 or 8 players left, and see what he tweeted? Can confirm that I'm out of the
See, that's called humour.
No,
you
it's
should
not.
try it for once. Oh, some peanuts out there didn't get my vest count
I
since
didn't get
round
it.
11 one. That was actually quite
That
funny.
was pretty funny for you. Not
Because the
bad.
vest count since round 11, Calvinator 1, Warn Dog none.
Yeah. I got the joke.
Yeah,
Actually, just quietly too, on vest count though, Calvin.
Yeah.
Mine's bad.
Yeah.
It's very bad. However, you've had 5 top scores.
Yep.
I've had 4 top scores out of the three of us. Roy,
I just
what do you
don't
do?
do
You sit in the
anything.
middle.
Middleman.
I just don't do anything.
Anyway, let's talk about our scores this week. Let's talk about the Warn Dogs at 22-13, which wasn't actually that great.
You wrote an article that's on the AFL website and it doesn't say that's what his score was.
Okay. It actually goes in the footy record.
Yeah.
What?
You're vested again, mate. Slight typo. 2-1-13 you got.
In the record, that goes in print.
It does.
Hang on, what time's that deadline?
No, it's already dead.
It was an accidental typo.
I love it.
I
Sending
always
Nick Love
like
an
to
email.
stitch you up with what I write, but this time I actually just stitched you up with a score, buddy.
You bloody dyslexia. That's your issue.
I know. I'm shocking for that at the moment.
Yeah.
My spelling, my numbers. Are you?
That's not
you
fair.
just let that go through. You don't worry about stuff like that.
No, I don't.
Yes, you
He
will.
will. You know what
I will
else?
be recalling every
I'm
single
just-
record that's printed.
Hey, it's just a vest, mate.
So this is how he rubs it in. He's got his score here, 2-2-1-3, and he wrote up in capital letters, 900 spots.
Well, just so people knew that I'm actually in top. Yeah, wackadoo. I'm inside the top 5,000 now.
But
It's
next
better than
to
being
mine-
outside of
Better
it.
than exactly
Next to
right.
mine, in capitals, big drop.
Yeah, well,
Didn't you write that
no, I
bit?
didn't. Caps lock was stuck. It looks more aggressive than what it's supposed to be. However,
Big drop.
Cal, you've been in the top 1,000 last few weeks.
Yeah, big drop,
Your
apparently.
21-26 dropped you out to a 1,300.
Oh.
Still respectable.
It's okay. It was not a very good week for me, but that's okay.
That's
Roy-
a dog's rocket. He's
It
giving
is.
you a rocket.
In the middle then, as you seem to be most weeks.
Another
I think
boring
there's only
score.
been 2 weeks where you haven't been in the middle or something like that.
What the hell? Seriously, Mr. Vanilla. 2166.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone's just there going, oh yeah,
Mediocre.
that'd be all right. Yeah, take that.
That's what you did, Eddie. You stuck it right up them.
All right, I'm going to kick mine off with, finishing the round where I thought, I was in a bit of trouble, I thought, with my players left to come.
But you were still
Confident.
free of the vest.
Yeah.
Oh, it was because I'd already knocked you off, basically.
Oh,
So I was
right.
only like 40 points ahead of you or something,
Oh, right. Okay.
but that's all right.
Yeah.
But Calvinator and I were head-to-head in this last game.
Right.
Oh, right.
So I saved myself in the last.
In the last couple of games there, and Calvin doesn't have Super Huey.
No.
It's a crime.
It is.
It's a crime, Cal.
I will be fixing that up.
So he did very well. But the one that did well to get me well up over the line was Nick Martin. 113. He gets my +3 for the week.
He's just poking you.
Yeah, you know what else he's done? I think
So,
he,
because I kept looking.
But he hit the-
Is this a mistake? Is Calvin... Did you bench Nick Martin? Not on his bench. What did you do?
you know how
What?
rattled he is at the moment?
Yes.
He even played the wrong intro music for it. And
Did I?
And he got tricked, and now, because it went, oh, throw up! And then you've
Did
gone
that
into...
really?
Yep, but that's okay, because that's where your head is at.
Because he's so happy.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Right.
I don't even listen
got-
to you, let alone the bloody tracks.
Dyslexia. He's over here talking about my numbers.
Nick Martin.
So
Right,
that was we're talking +3s though.
I got rid of Nick Martin this week.
Why?
Because he was coming off a couple of 60s.
Yes.
Right?
You're only as good as your last quarter. He had 40-odd points in it.
He and the buys, for me as well, weren't going to work for him. So
Right.
he needed to go to free me up a little bit of room this week.
Buy start this week, mate.
Yeah, I know, but it's all about preparation, Warren.
If that helps you sleep better.
all right.
Yeah, it does.
So we are talking +3.
Yeah.
Did I really press the wrong button?
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, play on.
All right.
Who's up? Cow.
Well,
Not Nick Martin because you don't have him.
I'm going to go Dunkley, and we'll talk about why. But Dunkley saved myself after a very poor vice captain effort.
Who was your vice captain?
It was Petraka. So
him, I'm
trying to save me there was Dunkley, and it was a beautiful 139.
I'm a little bit disappointed in you though, Calvinator.
Why is that?
Because you've been the man that's been making the calls lately.
Yeah.
What score will he have? You told someone 140.
Yeah, I know. I let
139.
everybody
A little
down.
bit disappointing.
Yeah.
Can I thank you for that one, actually?
Yeah, go
because
for it.
I've been sub 100 for a couple of weeks
Yeah.
from my captain. Put it on dunks,
Yeah.
and that 139 God, it
Could
felt
have been
magical.
bigger too.
So here's a change of, change of heart from me. There's usually this man that I'm going to give it to is usually on the receiving end of a negative one.
Yeah.
Credit where credit's due. Look, if you have low expectations when you're going in and then they pump a 1-1-3 in the last game of the round to get you out of the vest, Connor Rosie.
So I don't have players like that.
What a legend. So what he has in fact
was
done with this +3,
I know.
he's bought himself time.
Yeah.
This was the thing, Roy.
It was until now.
ready to trade him this week. He
Couldn't
was just
wait.
the perfect buy plan. He's got the round 12 buy.
Another 70 would
You
have.
can trade a premium this
Yeah.
week if they're an underperforming premium. Not underperforming.
No, he was great.
Mm.
And I think you actually pressed the right button.
Oh. Did I? You're throwing me. This is actually going to make this episode not very good, Calvinator, because I'm going to be... See, green for good, red for bad.
It was the most disgraceful display I've ever seen.
Because it's just not acceptable.
All right. So my
Definitely the -3.
so my +3 this week. Right. Right. You know negative. This is negative. Right. Give it to us. Right. Whew, Cal, settle
Oh,
down.
man.
Petraka, 40. I don't care if you're sick. I don't care if whatever the
Nah.
reason was.
No.
You had bulk CBAs. You probably had more CBAs than points.
Yeah.
There's no excuse. You are a human.
Yeah.
You are a very good human.
Still had 76% of their CBAs.
Oh, yeah. He
Yeah.
played a lot of the time. He was in the middle. 40 points.
Career worst numbers.
And there's nothing worse than a score like that. But we were hanging out together at the time.
We were.
And you'd look at me and I'd look at you. We'd slightly have a little peek at our phone.
I must admit,
He hasn't moved.
I checked, when I checked at the end of the game and saw 40,
Yep.
I thought, oh, well, we're out whoop whoop.
Yeah.
At least it's just not refreshed. You would have pumped at least a 30 in the last.
Nope.
Refresh. Oh, dear.
Yeah.
40.
So he was sick. That's the thing. Like, people thought maybe he was injured, and because he did sit himself forward a bit, but that's just what he does in games.
always
Yeah.
kicks
Considering he
goals.
has 76% of their CBAs.
Yeah.
Like, it
I
wasn't
don't think
like
his
it
role
was a-
changed at all. Not that I watched it.
No.
I just watch his score. I see his CBAs, and he's always forward kicking a goal or two
He had 10 touches. 10 touches.
at 3/4 time
Unbelievable.
and the end of the game.
Wow. Anyway,
Now,
that's
I'll
me.
tell you what it did create the platform for.
Oh, he's pretty happy about this.
Mate, the form I was in yesterday on the tweets. Did you see my Wordle challenge?
No.
For dog?
No.
Oh, God. You're going to have a look at it.
Really?
Oh. It's probably, some people are saying it's the best tweet they've ever
At
seen.
Roy DT.
Okay.
Check
You
it
might have
out.
to
You guys
Following.
keep talking about
All
your
right.
negatives and I'll have a look.
And
All right.
then, God, and then what about what I backed it up with?
Your Jordan,
The flu game.
I did see the Jordan one.
That was clever.
Yeah.
Sorry, you go, dog.
you're pretty good.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
All right, your -3, Roy?
Oh, my -3. Oh, Dane Zorko.
Another
Look,
40.
the writing was on the wall against Hawthorn. Even though he finished with 80, it
wasn't
didn't look
good.
good. No,
No.
and we knew that it didn't look good.
All the decisions we
But-
could have made other than Zorko.
But to back it up with a 49,
It didn't look good either.
did you
It was
see
just-
what Tom Stewart did? Could have easily been Tom Stewart, that
So
guy.
he had 120 more points than that. 120 more points.
And they both played the full game.
Now, I found your tweet,
Oh.
and you're right. It is elite. You are up there, and I think I liked your Jordan one better.
That's the thing. People couldn't pick which one was better. They were like, I'm torn.
Calvin can't get the Wordle one properly, though, because he doesn't know how to do it.
Oh,
It was
mate.
too complicated for him.
Once again, only losers play Wordle.
That's all right.
That's
though,
okay,
wasn't it?
though.
All right.
Did you play it? Did you play my Wordle?
Yes.
Do you know what? He's so disrespectful. Didn't even like it.
I did not.
Tagged him in it.
Oh.
People
Didn't
were
I?
No, people were disgusted with that too.
Okay. Well, he was having a good week, wasn't he?
You count your likes, do you?
Yeah, I check every person who does and doesn't like it.
He doesn't like him. Go and like it for him. Go and build
Quickly,
that
people,
ego.
get
Thank you.
there.
Thank you.
My negative 3 goes to the Bont for giving me an 80.
Oh my god! Listen to the guy.
my God.
The first-
Listen to the man.
You want some instant reward. He played against the broken witches' hats of the Eagles,
Which is why he's
Yeah.
never going to have to try.
and that's what he didn't do. He didn't try. But what the little
Hang on.
salt
Okay.
into the wound was
No, we don't have to hear this.
prior
name
to
again.
that game, and just for one last time in the negative 3 column, Bowie
Hang on.
scored 87.
He
and that's
lit
who
it-
I traded him to. Bowie to Bont. He scored 7 more points than him. Bloody hell. And the thing is, like, the planets aligned for Bowie in that game as well. He started okay.
Here we
Then
go.
May got concussed. So he then started taking kick-ins. He's had 3 for the year. He went on and had 4 kick-ins there.
You've got a sick obsession
You
with this
do.
guy.
No, I
Just
don't.
leave
I'm
him alone, Dom.
done
gone
with him.
from
He
your
got
team and
nearly,
we're still talking
nearly
about
KO'd last week, which signed his papers as well out of the Warn Dogs. I don't know. He's now lost a game. A little pipsqueak. He can go and he'll get dropped now because they've lost.
Well, there you go.
Now-
That's the other thing.
See, this is bad coaching. What I did with Bond, I decided to wait till he dropped in price a little bit.
That's
You're
great,
right.
Lincoln. Well done.
Here's the news of the week you need to know on the official AFL Fantasy podcast.
Alrighty, the news that we need to know, the big one, is that the DPPs have dropped. So let's talk through the big names there. Bont, there he is. There's
And
your
he's
little
dropped-
saving face.
He dropped in price this week.
Yep.
Time to jump.
Very handy that he has obviously gained the forward status,
Yep.
along with his mate, Bailey Baslenka Smith, Roy,
Wow.
who you held in the end.
I did.
You try to deceive the public like you do via your social media that you were going to trade him out, and probably fed some more lies around that.
Look, I just wanted to put a rocket up you because I knew you'd be checking the vest
Yeah.
scenario.
Right, so other players that have got forward status that could be handy in your thinking there. Isaac Smith, obviously in draft.
Yeah.
Probably
He
sitting
always
on
finds a
free
bit of
agent.
Doesn't he
DPP.
ever? Yeah.
Darcy Cameron getting the ruck status.
Yep.
Was in your plans last week with your trades.
Yes,
It
it
was.
was.
Has
yeah.
he moved already into your ruck
He
lineup?
has. He has.
There's no room with Jamison sitting there, mate.
At the expense of Hayes. Hayes is out for me.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Cash grab.
So they're the big ones there. I guess the other one too is that Blix as well has gained the ruck
Yeah.
status. So the way he's scoring,
Bloody oath.
it's better than maybe some people's rucks that they've got
100% it
rucking
is.
and rolling with there.
He knows how to pump a big 130. Blix when he gets his
And,
ruck time.
Like, draft is obviously where a lot of people
Yeah.
pick up great things. And so if you were rocking with a bad draft pick, like Draper, Roy,
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
you
Yeah.
could be going Blix into the ruck, see you later, Drapes, and just having a defender where you'll be able to pick them up and score better than what Draper's doing.
Blix is long gone off any sort of scrap heap. But
If you've got him in your side and you've got a bad ruck kind of thing.
100%. What I'm actually doing is putting Darcy Cameron
That's handy.
a ruck, yeah.
It's nice to be able to do that. So other ones there too is some of the rookies, which is nice. So Ben Hobbs has gained the forward status. Jason Horn-Francis is there as well. And Robbie McComb, those guys there getting that. Will help with some flexibility. for sides,
flexibility.
especially at this time of the year with the bye rounds.
And also, so those guys, the flexibility in terms of which rookies you can bring in.
Yes.
Now, because you can flick those guys,
Yeah,
that's going to be huge.
Yeah.
All right, other news for this week after round 11, coming into round 12, we've got Friday night footy. We had the Lizard, who was out sick.
Sick lizard.
Dry
It's
tongue.
just the stories come. Like, he was in
Yeah,
our
yeah.
Bet With Mates group for this week.
Yeah.
So his disposals there, no good. But what that meant, apart from the poor coaches that had him and had to think quick about that.
And there's a reason they had him. Can you remember?
Oh, yeah, dog tricked them.
Oh, and they have been pretty good the last few weeks.
Your
They've been
unhealthy
pretty happy with it.
obsession with some of these players is affecting people's game and enjoyment
Well,
of it.
you enjoyed the fact that Mills went to full back, Roy. That was smug. As if
True
true
or
or false?
any pleasure out of
True
things
or
like
false? Don't lie to me.
Okay.
True.
What do I do? Take pleasure in it?
Yes.
Bloody oath I did.
So Mills went to full back. Still got his ton though, but he had a 40 at quarter time. So
Yeah, I was panicking then.
well behind the ball.
Oh, yes.
That was the thing.
He was
so
deep.
I don't think that's going to happen again. But he was your number one captain option, wasn't he, Calvin?
I believe so. And they won the game too.
These people only had a V on him. They were saved.
That's right.
They could have rolled it into Petrarca.
Yeah.
Well, talking about Petrarca,
Some
he
will.
was sick,
They would-
so
oh, that's not funny.
he should. Well, you'd think would be right after his flu game.
Well, he rested,
Don't
didn't
you
he?
talk to me about sicko when you smirk and
Yeah.
mention Petrarca's name like that. Look at
I
him.
forgot he didn't have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to get him cheaper later.
What do you
after
think
his
he's
bye.
out of the vest, mate?
Look what he's wearing.
Yeah, it's probably the only thing. Stephen May was concussed in that game, as we mentioned before. Bowie taking the kick. But they're going to welcome back a few players. So sounds like Salem will be back this week. Tom McDonald, Harmsey, and also Langdon. So there might be a few little changes there at the Demons. Callum Ward, he was subbed out with concussion. Scored 6 points.
Yeah.
Oh.
No good.
Cheap in a few weeks' time.
He has actually put in a couple of good games.
He has. He's
Callum.
been all right.
Jack Scrimshaw was out with concussion as well. Jeremy McGovern, we'll have to watch his back there.
Oh, is that a threat?
Because someone's doing something, I don't know. Jacob Wiedering, Roy, a bit of an issue for your Blue Boys there with the shoulder out for, sounds like
Yeah.
probably surgery 5 to 6 weeks
Yeah, it's
or so.
not good. Not good.
Blues are down a few.
Yes, they are. They'll keep battling away, though.
Losing games,
Wheels falling off.
we can only hope. Buddy, 1 week suspension. Cal, you weren't happy with that.
Oh, I thought it was very lenient one. Yes.
Wow. All right, Magoos news. Okay. We like talking rucks in the Magoos. In the SAF, I don't know what they're doing there, but old Strachan, after he was going all right in the AFL level and then was out to get Riley O'Brien to come in with 150 far out.
Unbelievable.
That's a great return from
See, as
the
well
big
as
ruck.
Blick scores, he's happy to give up.
Oh, yeah, he don't
It's
care.
a gentleman's agreement at
Isn't it
the,
ever?
at the first
Yeah,
ruck
yeah.
contest.
So, Strachan had 131 with 42 hit-outs in the Sandful. A few people are looking at Elijah Hollins as an option, and a few people have brought him in, thinking
have.
that
Okay.
is the right one there. He had a 21 disposal game, 75 points, but Fiorini probably comes in first. He had 39 disposals, 2 goals, and 137.
That's what he does back
pastor
there.
does that
Yeah,
good.
he loves it back there.
Prusy
Okay.
didn't get a game
What?
for the AFL team
Oh, yeah.
Thursday night. You remember back to then, Cal?
Oh, was that a couple of days ago?
Yeah.
So he didn't. So he played in the VFL. 42 points.
What?
11 disposals, 17 hit-outs. Now,
Better than Petrarca.
Briggsy,
Yeah, way better.
the Cats rucks smashed him, but Briggsy, he only had 21 points, 7 hit-outs and 3 disposals. I think he copped a big corky. But Prusy, my insiders have told me that he sort of had a bit of time on the pine, then played forward a fair bit as well
Right.
because he was not feeling well.
Still
from that
suffering.
illness.
God.
So,
Vitamins, big fella.
Yeah, I know.
yeah.
Have them.
Bad immune system. That's why he's not in the 2 spot, Roy.
Look, okay. Can we just pause
Right.
for a second?
Okay.
And think about the abuse I copped for not putting him R2 in the Roland 22.
Yeah.
Now, I'll wear the Stewart stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. That's fair. That is fine.
Well, you've made that change already.
I
Zorko
have.
out,
Yes,
Stewart in.
Yes, and apologies have been made to him personally, his family, his friends, supporters, everyone.
Yeah.
But Bruce,
Yeah.
42 in the reserves.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm with you, Roy.
Roland 22.
So I don't know. They've obviously
Yep.
got the bye this week, but does he come into the side? They probably
Oh.
could have done with him.
Not if
last
they want
week.
any help in there. No, he will come back in.
Yeah,
Flinny,
I think so.
Flinny battled a bit.
Well, he did. So Flinny only had 19 hit-outs and was beaten by Big Oscar with 39.
Yeah, that's a tough matchup.
It is a tough
He
matchup.
does brutalise opposition rucks. But I think Prusy will be back, and that's more of a reflection of a week of being real crook, obviously. And
Yeah.
yeah.
Now, Matt McGuinness could be a rookie that we would love to see North Melbourne player, got the round 14 bye. It'd be great if we could have a basement guy because he's a 190k defender for it as well. He's even got the swing man.
delicious.
So
Yeah.
he's been doing a bit there. He had 25 disposals and 11 marks for 120 points in the VFL. And North Melbourne, well, they've got to do something, don't they?
They do.
Like, changes in some way.
Yeah, just give the fans something to be excited about. At least there's hope with a new guy.
That's it.
For at least a couple of hours.
Yeah,
isn't there?
exactly.
So you can check all of those. Any Magoo's news, especially the VFL and the Waffle, you can watch those on the AFL website and also on the AFL Live app. And you can catch the scores and all the stats there. So it's nice to be able to follow along if you want to go and do a deep dive into some players that could potentially come in. Or when they are named, you can go and find out some info about it. Now, speaking of Magoo's news, don't forget the mid-season draft is happening this Wednesday. You can watch the coverage on afl.com.au and the AFL Live app. Nat Edwards, Cal Toomey, Riley Beveridge will give all the picks for that. Now, one of the guys there, Jake Florenka, so
Relevant.
he is relevant. Played for West Coast as one of the COVID top-up players.
Yeah.
Scored 83, so he's actually already in the system.
that's rare
and he's
for
already
them.
up to 230k because of that. He's a midfielder. So if he does get in, then at least he's then on the list to be able to play rather than only be allowed to play when they're actually down to their...
Sick. Yeah. He only played 60% game time that.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So he could be a great option
impressive
for us
scoring.
if he's picked up and then potentially gets a game.
Listen,
Had good
sometimes
waffle games too. Like I think he's had 130s in the waffle.
there has
so-
been occasions they've been drafted and played straight away.
Yep.
Oh,
yeah.
So we couldn't rule that out. Like common sense says, look, if they're getting drafted in this, they'll have to be training for at least a month before they'd get a look in. But it's not always the case.
No.
People have come straight in and played before. Even this year, how long was Nick Martin at the club before he...
Oh, so he was signed the week of the that practice match.
Yeah.
And then played in the practice match, did all right, and then he was in.
So it's
played
not...
round one.
They're smart enough to be able to come in and... I mean, West Coast don't even have to teach him a game plan.
No, he's already
He's
there.
just got to go and play.
Yeah.
Hi guys, Riley Beveridge here from the AFL Exchange podcast. We're live every Monday night at 6:10pm with myself, Sarah Ollie and Cal Toomey on the AFL website answering all the questions to come out of the round of footy. We go on field and off field with no topic off limits. It's a mix of the serious and the not so serious as we delve into the things that matter in the footy world. That's AFL Exchange. Find us wherever you listen to your podcasts and subscribe so you never miss an episode.
Right, bye rounds are here. So round 12, 13 and 14 are our bye rounds. 6 teams on each week have the byes. This week we've got the Blues, the Bombers, the Giants, the Power, the Tigers and the Saints. And that means that they will not be playing, they will not be scoring for our teams. So how does Fantasy Classic work for that? We have some rule changes. 3 trades for this week, or for all these 3 weeks. And our best 18 will count. So they come from your on-field 22, so remember that. They don't come off your bench, although bench rules will apply, and we'll talk about that after. But your best 18 players will count towards your score for the week. And the other thing to know is that your bye players that you've got, they've got those little blue dots on there. If you're, I think the dark blue on the app, and if you're on the website, it's got the nice little sun lounge with the light blue there. Put those onto your bench, get them there, flick them around. The thing to know though, Cow, and
What's a sun lounge blue? What's that mean?
it's got a picture of a sun lounge.
Oh, does
Is
it?
that what
bye.
that is?
Do you not understand?
Is that a bed or something?
I didn't
Yes.
know what that thing was.
I thought it was like an escalator,
yeah, same. I didn't.
like on the
what
way
would
out.
that refer to?
Don't know.
Oh my God.
All right, keep going.
They're going.
Know
yeah,
your product.
Going up and out is
Yeah,
what I thought.
yeah.
On an
Are
escalator.
you serious?
Yeah.
You thought that was an escalator?
Yep, look at it.
Wow.
Hang on, if I click on it, what does it do? Oh, yeah, it starts moving. No, it doesn't.
Right. First step,
There you go.
flick all those bye players to your bench and see what you've got going on.
Yeah.
That's your first little step.
That's
to
the
do.
first thing you do. You
Yeah.
make sure you reward your better players with a spot on the bench.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, yeah. They
I
get
put my better players on the ground.
no. They want a week off.
Oh, right.
So you just full on go
Yeah.
down the escalator
Yep.
to the day spa.
Exactly. Those Muppets that can't quite fit on there, they're on the ground again.
Right.
Yeah, because there's no room for you on the bench.
Fair enough, fair enough.
There's something that people need
a
to consider.
proper rest.
Yeah.
Yeah. fair.
Rightio. Now, the thing about those, and Cal, you like to know this for your captains, is that these players will be unlocked all the way until the last game of the round, of each of the rounds. So if they're on a bye, that means you can flick them around, you can still trade them out. You can also then make them your captain or vice captain or emergency or whatever you want to do. But the vice captains, the captain's a thing because it makes the captain's loophole or even emergency loophole the easiest thing possible.
Never had a safer way to do
You
it.
can't stuff this up, people.
No.
Which means as well, and we'll talk this on Thursday night, Cal, that your VC options to try to get your double points, you can take them from any game in the round.
You can. And there's some good ones. There's some good ones early anyway, even with the Sydney and the Bulldogs game.
So that's something, we'll talk about on
Oh,
Thursday
sorry,
night.
Bulldogs and Geelong. But, plenty of great options there.
All right, so strategy about
Okay.
these. Let's just fast forward for 2 weeks. The best strategy is for rounds 13 and 14 is picking up players that have had their bye. Correct. That's what we want to do. But it's round 12. No one's had their bye yet. So,
Can I just put a little disclaimer?
yeah.
Unless Port Adelaide have played the Gold Coast in China, then it's not a good strategy.
Oh, dear.
No.
Been there.
Yes.
All right, so when we trade this week, you've got to have your eyes on the rest of the buys. So if you haven't got the Fantasy Coach subscription, guarantee it will help you out.
Definitely
by grabbing
Look,
it
this
because
isn't even just a paid sell.
No.
That thing is that bloody handy.
It is.
It
too
makes your
right.
life easier to look through it,
It does.
and you'll be able to see what your team could be looking like. But what you want to aim to do is have as many available as you can each week.
Yep.
So as the rounds go on, you're hopefully going to have better players in your team. You're going to have more premiums,
Yeah.
hopefully. And then you come
Stepping
out at
up
the
and
end,
covering your
when it comes to
rookies.
round 15, you've built a team probably with hopefully no rookies in it.
We should potentially, with a bit of luck,
Be pretty close.
be close to
Well,
being
we
at
should
that.
be able to. We've got 9 trades between now and then.
Had we not had such a horrid run the last month, it could have nearly been the case.
It could have.
I've
coming
seen some
into
teams
this
out there. I
round.
looked at some of the top teams, and they are no rookies on.
Yeah, and that's all you needed. A little bit of injury luck, and that's the case.
So when people count up their players and they go, I've got 18 playing this
Yep.
week. So at the moment, I have 18 before I trade.
That's great.
However, some of the names in this 18,
Give us some of
Roy,
those names, Cal.
Yeah.
McCartan,
Yep.
he could have a 30. DeConning, I bet I don't get an 80 from DeConning this week.
No chance.
Plus all these other spuds I'm going to bring in. So,
Oh, the ones you're bringing in. So
oh,
you're
yeah,
bringing in
like,
special.
I'll be bringing in a
Brooks
couple of
and that.
rookies and
Yeah.
stuff
Yeah.
like that. So that will be nice when I can drop off a couple of their scores.
Yeah.
And hopefully a DeConning gets an 80 or something like
And,
that. where I
that's
can
what
keep
you
him.
want,
one
because
of
we
them to
all
do it.
still, you have your 18, or hopefully you get a couple more. Let's say you're getting 20. You're going to lose 2 scores from there.
Yeah.
And that's what you want to happen, because there are going to be plenty of guys. We've had over the years too, potentially a Zorko from last week.
Yes.
Or a
might have been
Petrarca.
dropped out, or a Petrarca.
Imagine that.
They both would have
Dropping
been
them
dropped
two
out.
Playing the rookies.
Oh, my
DeConning
goodness.
doubled them.
Yeah, he did.
So some advice that we like to give is probably not trading premiums if you can, but is this the week where you can do it?
I think
Of,
it's the,
of all the weeks, this is the one.
agree, but it needs to be that underperforming guy that
Yeah.
you're ready to get rid of.
Okay,
you're
let's
just frustrated.
mention a couple of
with it.
those. So one I talk about in the footy record where you get vested
I believe you stitched me up.
is Tom Green, for example.
Yeah.
So he started on fire. I think he went 4 out of 5 hundreds. Since then, he hasn't hit 100. So that's like a 6-week stretch or something. He has not turned up again. That's a perfect excuse, I think, to get rid of someone like him. Now, Rosie, he was going to
This
be
was
the one.
Rosie or Butters. We were
Yeah.
probably thinking about that there
I was
as
happy to get rid of them.
those guys. I am at the moment thinking about Patrick Cripps as an option.
Oh,
because
really?
of what he hasn't gone over a ton for
He done
3 weeks or whatever.
70,
I think it is.
70, 80.
And
I'm
he
with
could
you.
become a premium midfielder,
Yeah.
a big dog midfielder for me.
I like it.
Yeah, so
But dog.
Yeah, I know.
They miss within the next 2 weeks.
that's right.
That takes a bit of shine off it this week, doesn't it?
Yeah, who you're picking. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. Then we'll talk about some of what our trades will be soon. I think, Roy, you've got some good plans with that. So your
Thanks.
underperforming premiums are ones to get rid of, or the rookies that are just done.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you've got guys like Durden
Okay.
out this week. He's pretty much maxed out in price.
Hobbs is one that he's not done, but he's on his buy, so he can go.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough.
Nick Martin probably felt like that for us before his 113. He was
Yeah.
probably a guy
Low
that
break
could go.
even again now, so
Yeah.
more cash to
He
make.
more
Could be
cash.
a handy
And
little
just-
contributor
It's just
too.
there. That's it. Like if you
Like if he can pop up in one of those 2 games for another 90
113.
plus, but 113. God.
Come on. Come on, boys.
Sorry.
It could be Sam Hayes.
Yes.
He's
Yeah,
done his job. Or it could even be Juicy Prusy.
could. You've still got
Yeah.
Juicy, don't you?
So, and I
You've
always
held
wanted
well.
that to see if that was what this week could look like.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to move him last week because I had to move Bowie. But in hindsight, I didn't.
You got
have to
too
move
stubborn
him.
with Bowie.
Didn't he ever?
Oh, I did. This is the story of my life. It hasn't been good.
Your life hasn't been good.
That's fair though, isn't it?
We're here for you,
right,
Dog.
What a
so-
shocking thing to say.
We're here for you.
Warnie.
So ideally, trying to get some rookies and getting cash this week could be a good play.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, yeah.
So, rookies to bring in.
Yeah.
I've got two guys here that have got the buy. Could you pick one of your three trades, a
Yeah.
player who's got a buy this week?
Totally comfortable with it if you're happy with job security.
And you've
is
got
there.
enough dots on the field.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would be the thing. So Cow already with 18 playing,
Yeah.
you're probably trading two more in to make it 20. So you could potentially pick up a blue dot this week.
Okay, give me a name of a blue
Well,
dot
the
I would
best one here
consider.
would be Mitch Owens at 266k. So he scored 95 on the weekend.
He did.
The only way, and we've seen it happen before.
Oh, yeah.
We have.
Glenn. Remember Glenn?
Oh,
Yeah.
Glenn
Gold
Glenn.
Coast
Yeah,
Suns.
Glenn.
So basically he dominated. People
did.
grabbed him before.
Yep.
I'm sure that was over the buys.
Oh, I think it was.
Anyway.
If it wasn't him, it was someone similar.
This has happened where players haven't got there. Now it could be that he gets ill
Yeah.
and
True.
misses from that and doesn't get named for that round 13 game.
Illness
However,
is the
he
new
will
general
not
soreness.
be dropped.
We
You
can-
wouldn't think.
We can
wouldn't
sit here and go, he could get sick.
Yeah.
He could grow
No.
10 inches. Who knows? God, you never know,
Cal,
do you?
you've been looking at a certain website too much. Now,
My God.
who says advertising campaigns don't work?
I nearly spat water.
Right.
Oh, shivers me timbers. Okay.
Right.
Who are we talking about
Oh,
again?
my
Yeah,
God.
he laid 10 tackles.
Yes.
So you're not going
Not-
to get dropped off that.
Right.
Okay.
The other
else
one
you got?
is Jacob Ware, which there's a lot more risk there with that one.
Yes.
Yes, there is.
Yes.
Whitfield coming back is a.
So
a
he's
main
got a
concern
64.
probably.
He's at 256.
He's gone well.
So I think he started slowly though.
Did he?
He did come into the game more as that went on. But yeah, he would be one that you would be picking up next week as one of your downgrades if named.
Yeah.
That's what you think about. So other players that are named here, or well, that played last week that have got to buy later in the round, so that would be playing this week for you. Joel Jeffrey, 59 he scored, 291k.
He did better than I thought he actually would, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, backed it up well.
So he's a no for me, though, I
Yeah,
think.
same.
Yeah, he's a no.
But you've got these midfielders here. Like, I'm going to throw them Cooper Stevens, Brady Hoff, and Jake Saligo. So they're all at that high 290s or low 300s. So Stevens, 49 he scored, 293. Hoff, he scored 99 at 306.
It's impressive.
Yeah, and so... is
11
he back
marks
Is
in
that
that.
what his role is? And then Jake Saligo, he had a 61. He's at 304k. So I guess part of it's about the job security is one thing.
You really need it at that
That's
price.
what you need. And you
Yeah.
need it at that price, and you need it. They've got to play those two buy games,
Yeah.
or two buy round games that they're not on the buy.
Gosh, it's just an awkward price when you hear that 300.
But if we don't have any other options,
Oh, yeah, no. You're just going to have to do it.
So where would you guys be going at the moment with that?
Look, it's hard for me to do this, although I still think it's the right answer. I started with Saligo.
I'm looking at
So
his-
I paid, I think, 100. Was he a little bit inflated price?
I think he
I
was.
think I paid about 215 or something.
Yeah, okay.
Got rid of him after his
17 and in his 11, Roy?
yes, and now I'm going to get him back in for 300. It's just playing the game all wrong, but he is my pick out of all of them.
Yeah, I think he is. I've got Cooper Stevens in my trade plans, but that's not a confident one. That's
I'm
a
just
tricky one.
never confident with Cat.
No, me
rookies.
either. Me either. But Saligo's gone 61, 77, 59. If he can get that, and he's got the Eagles this week.
Yeah, they've
So
got
that could-
two nice matchups.
That could be an 80. It could be an 80.
That could bump McCartan off your ground or
Yes.
someone.
So I think he's definitely at the top of the list, Roy.
There are a few other names there that you might look at, like a Sam Butler, Francis Evans, Shannon Neal. Like, there's a few guys there that could be there this week. I guess Thursday night teams is where it's all going to be at.
What did Neil have? About a 30?
Oh, bad. 30.
Thing is, though, we got to remember we are only at the halfway mark of the year. We don't want to be getting in these guys here who then just sit on your bench. They play this week. They don't play forever again.
No, you'd prefer to pay up.
I think you need to.
Saligo
Yeah, you
or
still
someone.
want bench players.
Yes, of
Because
course.
we are going to be using them.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
We've needed
Yeah.
to this year.
Yeah.
And it's a difference between cashing up to the best discounted guy that you can get to or upgrading to an Uber Primo.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
All right, discounted guys. So the big one I'm going to call is Jed Anderson because he's coming off the 149. So you can pay $6.98 for him as a forward. He's North Melbourne, so he's got the round 14 bye. Break even of 58. Could you ride him for 2 weeks?
Roy?
Who'd you mention? I didn't
Jed
even listen, sorry.
Anderson.
No, you couldn't.
No, you couldn't.
No.
couldn't.
But 100, he had 100, basically 100 at half
149,
time.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's huge. And his tackle game
We know
was
that
on.
he can score. He's averaged 100 in the past.
He has. So how much is he, dog?
Under 700, so $6.98.
And you're looking at him only as a stepping stone
Yep.
for the next few weeks.
So you got him for 2 weeks, I reckon. And he should add,
Gosh.
let's say he does all right and goes 90 plus, he should add an extra 50, 60K over that time.
He should.
He's a straight swap for then one of these guys that are dropping off their bye. So at round 14, you sell.
It's a no from me because
Yeah,
in
but-
theory I love what you're saying, but then injuries happen and stuff. Next minute, we're 3 rounds post buys and Jed's
still
still
there.
kicking
He was
around.
high on your list of top scorers you wrote this week, Roy.
He was awesome.
Very correct. You are correct, dog. Is he back? Is
Well,
he?
there's the other thing. Is
Because
he
if
back?
he's back, I'm
I think
saying
he had
all
90
of
the week
this
before, didn't he?
because I'm saying all this with like zero faith that
Yeah.
he plays well.
So he had 12 tackles. He had 83 the week before. So and even before that. So his first game back, he had a 35. Right.
Yeah.
See, that's the only one I witnessed with my own eyes.
72, 83, and then basically that 150 on the weekend.
Not many can go 150.
No.
Very
And
impressive.
he's got Gold Coast this week.
Dog, it is a play.
It's a play.
It could be a play.
Yeah.
You'd prefer, though, Roy, to
Yes.
save about 100 grand on that and go Jackson Haitley.
I do. Look, Jackson as a junior earned piglet status. And the last 3 weeks, we've seen glimpses of it at the top. So he's done a couple of 90s and then, what was it, 112 on the weekend.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's laid 8 tackles the past 2 weeks, and I think it was like 6 before that. So his tackle game's there. We know he can find the ball. His time on ground is up. I just think I like him as a play more than Anderson to get you through the buys. I like his matchups, not only in the next couple, but for the rest of the season. So he's one if you got stuck with, as long as his role stays.
And he could be your
Adelaide
MH.
Crows have a dream. Yeah, at least for a few weeks, you wouldn't feel urgency that you had to get rid of him.
And obviously he scored 112 against Geelong. In Geelong.
Yeah, and then after this, you don't see another Geelong for a few weeks.
You definitely don't.
Is there part of your head that likes as well someone like him when he is sitting out in round 13 with his bye? It's not a real big premium.
Yes.
Yes.
That's another thing that
yeah.
feels nicer with your head.
You make a very good point here, Dog, because I don't want to spend up max cash on a guy I know is going to be sitting out within the next 2 weeks. So this 1 week, you pay up for Haitley, who's in ripping form. He's got a wicked draw coming up.
Yep.
He's under 600,000. If it flops, big deal. Doesn't
Yeah.
even matter. And you haven't paid up the fact he's missing a week in 2 weeks.
I like it.
That's just my view on it.
You've got a good view all the time, Roy. It's time for the top trades ahead of round 12. Thanks to Toyota. Oh, what a feeling. So we're looking at this, boys. We're going to look at the most traded players.
Okay.
So the most traded in players at the moment. Tim English is at the top of the list there.
speaking
Oh, what a comeback.
Joel Jeffrey, Tom Mitchell, Mitch Owen. So people are jumping on a guy that has got a bye, but worthy there. And Elijah Hollins are in the top one. So Tim English,
I know.
he was great on return.
And
Amazing.
wicked matchup this week too against Geelong. So
he
Riley
does
O'Brien
too.
had a 160 against them.
So
He'll be
he's
good.
A good option there, especially for anyone that might be trading out Braden Preuss. So there are
Yes.
the most traded out players at this point, and Preussy is in there at second, and the rest are basically rookies that are being traded. And I think that's a good play for coaches at the moment. Just get rid of those rookies.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
It feels like you're going to come out of the buys with a better team than if you were just straight swapping your primos around the 3-week period.
I feel like you want to hold on to Nick Martin, even though he's on that list, but he gains you a lot of cash.
Yeah,
or he
fair.
could be flicked across quite easily. You can make money going to some players there. All right, let's look at our trades then that we have locked in. All right, here's mine. I am basically getting English in. I'm following the crowd there with that one for Preuss, who was out last week. So, in the other, I guess, moves, was a rookie shuffle. But Cripps, I'm trading him
Are you?
to Tom Mitchell.
See, I
I'm
don't-
not a massive
I
fan
thought
of doing
you just
it.
said not to do that.
You know what dogs like, mate?
I'm not a massive fan of it,
Deceiving
but
dog.
I feel like Mitchell will score more than Cripps for the rest of the year, and this is a round that you can possibly
Right.
go and do a premium trade like that.
And the
Okay.
pig's back. The pig is back.
I feel sick doing that over trading someone like Rosie, though, even though he had a big ton on the weekend.
All right, let's have a look at my trades there, Dog,
very
because
interesting.
I am doing a little bit of a rookie shuffle there, but I am turning my mate Daniel Rioli, who has his bye this week, into Jordan Dawson.
It's a good call.
It is a good call, especially with the matchup this week. The
Crows
matchup,
have got a good run.
good run coming home, and he's in the rolling, Roy, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Lock it in.
Look, all different ways we're going about this
Yeah.
at the moment, and I'm not
It is
sure
Monday,
which
though.
one is right.
It's
Well,
Monday.
100%. So I'm looking, as I spoke about earlier in the podcast, looking at bringing in Haitley.
Yes.
And that's just for one of my rookies. So I'll just be getting rookies like
all
Hayes,
rookies.
Durden, and Mead out.
Yep.
And that will be like my mini stepping stone, I don't know,
Yeah.
linked to a premium over maybe the buys.
I love it.
Smart, Roy.
I don't know now. I've seen you guys. Looks like yours is a bit more attacking.
Got a question for the traders? Tweet the boys at AFL Fantasy or head to facebook.com/AFL Fantasy official.
All right, it is Twitter time. Cow, have you got a question?
No, I'm just laughing. Laughing at something that Roy said earlier.
All right.
You said it.
I can't believe it.
Johnny wants to know, is there anything wrong with not using my 3 trades this week?
See-
and just load up on cash? I have potentially 16 playing next week.
Keep going.
Potentially has 16,
Not trading.
16 playing next week. And as much as I want to get a Bond or a Treloar in my forward line, I'd rather them after they come off their bye round.
Yep, exactly what you do. You don't look at your team and go, oh, not trading this week. That's perfectly fine. You definitely use your trades.
Use your trades, get cash.
You could go 3 downgrades there,
Yeah.
cash up a bit, ready to attack next
So
week.
And so that could potentially be like grabbing your Mitch Owens, for example.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what I've done with my trades, they're lifting one of those, rookies that are done
Yeah.
up to Haitley. I could go like that and just cash grab,
Yeah.
and then you're picking players you actually do want long term.
Yep.
Very interesting.
All right, Regan, different coaches for both teams. Do you pull the trigger on getting the pig? So Tom Mitchell back in the game this week against the Pies.
Right. You ready for some
So,
stats?
yes, this is the thing. This has always been the conversation.
He has
Pies never tagged him, and he'd rack up those 50 possession games.
He has a career average from 9 games of 130 against the Pies.
That's why I'm picking him, Roy.
That's-
I don't
that's
blame
better than
you.
Cripper.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
He had 157 last year. That was his season highest score. And that gives him to an average of 151 in his last 5.
Just lives for that matchup.
Oh, and don't
Now-
forget, so Walsh last week against the Pies, 120. Chera, 119. Hewitt, 116. List goes on. He's going to score at will. Yes, you can get in the pig. The pig is back.
I can't.
112, 120 is his
I've already
last
got
two.
him. That's why.
See what you did there?
Valcorum Q. Is Jackson Haitley a good mid-priced option? Last 3 average really good. CBAs are up. Yes.
Yeah, tackles
Just
are up
spoke about
too.
it.
That's the big tick. I think the tackles are up.
I like it.
Lex is asking, is it worth holding a red dot for captain looping? I believe Blue Dot players are locked. No, they're not. So you can use Blue Dot players. So the thing is, all right, here's a question about Red Dots then.
Yeah.
Are you trying to get rid of them at all costs, or can you, if they're not worth enough money, you just keep rolling with them in your side?
Yeah, I think we've all got a bit of dead weight.
Yep.
If you're in a position where you can do it,
Yeah.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you've got nothing else to do and you go, I'm not
you
even
got
going to use that last trade, take it
220k Red Dot.
Yeah,
Or
and the
brown
planets
dot.
align that works for you.
Yeah,
I think you can do it. Yeah.
Sam Waters asking, why isn't Baku Karmas DPP? So he's only played 4 games. You had to play 6 games in that rollout.
There you go.
There you go.
I learned
the
something
answer.
today, Roy.
Did you?
Yep. Play on.
Andrew,
Actually, I learned a lot today.
Durden to
be honest.
Saligo, is it too late? So you make $100,000 or so from that one.
Yes, you can definitely do that.
Yes, do it.
One stopped going up in price, the other one is still going.
Yeah, I think he's still got a negative break even.
Yeah.
Then Andrew is then asking, is it Butters or Dacos out? And a few people might be in this position. Dacos, it's time to go. However, he's got the round 14 bye.
Yeah. So the fact he's playing this week is nice, but long term, you'd prefer to be stuck with Butters than Dacos.
So if you're getting your 18 or whatever number it is,
If
that
it was
you're
20
comfortable, yeah.
if it was 20, you'd be going Dacos.
Because remember, we do have some bad guys.
Oh, yeah.
15 players plus from 15th onwards could be bad in a few teams.
But it only takes a DeConning to step up.
There is some bad
The rookie
guys.
roulette's good though because they do get knocked out. It's not our bad choices.
No,
this
I live.
week. which
Yeah,
is
yeah,
I
a
yeah.
used
nice
to
thing.
hate the buys.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
live for knocking players
We
out.
just
Yeah.
don't.
Bang!
You can't make a
You're
bad
out.
decision
Nah.
on your on-field
Yeah.
tweets this week.
just hate it when the one gets knocked out is going to be a Petraka, for example.
I know, what a wasted knockout.
What a waste. Big kick in the guts.
Jack wants to know, what's the ideal number of players you want playing each week? So,
You don't want to be greedy because it
Yeah.
wrecks another week.
Yeah.
If you got 20,
If you can go 20,
you go
20,
20, that's good.
that's
great.
what I think I'm going to
Yeah, obviously-
selfishly aim for.
Okay.
Hoping for some luck at the selection.
And you're obviously
Yeah,
building
that happen.
towards those in those later rounds as well. So round 13, round 14, if they're not there now at 20,
Yeah.
they will be, or hopefully will be.
That's right.
Potentially, it'd be ideal to have 22 playing in round 14,
God, then we're talking.
especially if some of those 22 are bad dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I'll still have plenty of bad ones.
Oh, yeah.
Gosh, yeah, if you can finish on a big one like that, imagine knocking off 4 bad scores.
Yeah.
Tracker, Zorko, it'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Lauren, 2 down and 1 up, and that would be Dacos up to Laird. Means the only rookie is Sam DeConning at D6. We'll try to get him off field next week. That's pretty good in a perfect world.
It is.
Well,
He's scoring 80s.
yeah, and it doesn't matter at the
But
moment.
if you're trying to
they
get
are
him off, yeah,
lingering.
that's right.
Yeah.
You're trying to get him off
You got-
after the bye.
You got 3
Yeah,
weeks.
you got
to,
3 weeks to get him
9
off.
trades to get him off.
So that's fine.
You'll get him off.
Yeah.
Manny, if you're set up 8, 10, 12 for the bye round, so that was that ideal one.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
only have,
Oh.
so you've got a lot playing this week.
Yeah.
And then you build those. What do you do with your trades?
You can still cash grab with a couple of those.
So is that a trade even to Michito Owens?
I think so.
I think
That
so.
sort of thing.
Yeah.
You
So
can't get greedy. You
Therefore,
can't
you
get
become
greedy.
9 this week.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Which is fine.
Yeah. Kai is in a predicament. I have to bring in a premium defender this week, but as I'm extremely heavy in round 13 by players and already have the few good round 14 defenders, I will be forced to bring in a player going into their bye this week. Doherty or Sinclair?
I was waiting for this question to come
So
because
firstly, okay, can you bring in a premium off this week?
yes, you can. It would feel horrendous,
It'd be horrible.
but if that's what your buys are forcing upon
Okay.
you,
Think of it this way. We normally get 2 trades, we get 3. That's your free one right there. You don't need to do that one. Warney allows us an extra trade
yeah.
each week from here on in for the next 3.
What if it's
It's something I could never do.
It just, I don't know. The fantasy gods are real. They
Yeah.
do bad things to
they,
people.
they do?
Yep. It's a no.
Okay,
You don't
it's a
do
no.
that. You don't do
Roy's
that.
a yes.
I'm not ruling it out.
If you've got enough,
What happens if they get sick next week? And then they're not there again.
yeah, you can say that about anyone, but still,
Yeah.
it's just the premium. Just yeah.
Okay.
This is why your Haitley move's a good move.
because it's just such an like a nothing. It's no
Yeah.
financial risk or anything, is it?
Yeah, low risk.
Okay. If, though, given their buys, this is their only scenario, who do you pick out of those two at the moment?
Yeah, okay. So Doherty or Sinclair?
They're both outstanding options. I think it's Sinclair at the minute.
Yeah, he's good.
He's really pigging it out there.
He only played North Melbourne last week.
That's true. And
But still,
Dockley's
his
just
numbers
safe.
are great.
Docky's he's safe.
Yeah.
Which one then?
It's Doc.
It's Doc?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel Doc, but I feel like I'm disrespecting Sinclair.
We have.
We've done it all year. Why stop? Why start now?
Right, Brock. Am I crazy for considering Blixars? Is he a chance to go back to that key defender territory?
Always.
Always a chance.
See, what's Sinclair? What's Stanley's story?
I don't know.
Where is he? He was like a laid out or something.
I don't know.
Because he always seems to come back in.
This is probably why we don't have Tom Stewart as well. Cats, they just worry us.
They do.
yeah.
With what they do.
Yeah.
I'm a dog person, not a cat person.
Maybe we overthink it though. Blix, he's doing nothing wrong, but
Epic.
he's not going to have this role when Stanley's back.
31
they want
hit outs.
Stanley in the team.
I don't know. I had thought they wouldn't for the last 5 years.
9 tackles. Just won't go away, really.
I don't know. He's a beast. He's done this before.
He has. But they're winning games. They won again, so might as well keep it rolling.
Yeah, he's very good, Blix.
Dawson for Brownlow. Is it worth, and that's a picture of Zach Dawson, not Jordan Dawson, in his
got him.
profile. Is it worth trading in a rookie on their buy if you need to fix your structure?
Yes.
We've sort of ticked that off. I think
Yeah,
yes.
we're ticking.
And if we were doing that, he's got Ware and Owens there. Owens is your pick over Ware.
He's going to come back a ruck too in a couple of weeks.
Is he really?
He said he's going to grow. That was you said that.
John, hey legend, should we be concerned about Zorko?
TPP.
Yes.
Well, what's going on there with Zork? I'll tell you what, if he had the bye this week,
Well, you'd consider it.
too right, I would consider it.
if he's no good over these next two, he definitely is a buy-round trade.
Yeah.
Round 14 they
we,
have.
we give him until then, though. So, as many bad scores as he has, which is like 4 under 60,
Yeah.
he's also hit the heights of 140s and 130s as a defender on our teams, remember. So, I think we just hang in there. He'll be right.
You know, one that we didn't mention in that game that was just as bad.
Daniel
was
Rich.
Daniel Rich.
Unbelievable scenes.
37. So
He's had another good year,
yeah,
too,
he's been good. I bought Zorko 2 weeks ago. 80 for out here,
where it was sketchy 82.
and then a 49. I don't like that, Roy.
So, Tom Stewart had 169.
Yeah.
It could have been him.
Yeah.
Super Huey's pumped to 120.
Yep. Oh, my God. Wheels are falling off, Cal.
Zorko. He was back in that mid-forward role. What numbers was he coming off?
112, 132, 105. He hasn't even been close.
Gee whiz.
Who was the player that played a full game, 100% game time on ground for 10 points?
Oh.
We saw that tweet come through.
Yeah.
I was going to save that. But got busy.
It was for Carlton, wasn't it? Defender. Used to ruck for the Bulldogs. Is that who it was?
Oh, maybe.
Is it Young?
Young?
Was it Young?
Hang
thought
on.
it
I'm
was.
getting the game up here now with our professional product that we're running. Lewis Young, 10 points, 1 kick, 4 handballs for 100% game time.
Good job. He stepped up in Wiedering's absence.
Too right he did. Wow.
No, he's good. That's not a reflection of how good Lewis is.
Who are you picking out of Bont or Parker here for Jack?
It's a very good question.
It is.
On Bont.
I'm Parker.
I was Bont, but I'm now Parker.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, yeah, he only got
Tough
80.
to split.
It is. They've got the same buy, don't they?
I think so. The thing I like about Parker is I think that he's around the ball more than what Bont will be. More CBAs and he tackles.
Yeah.
That's where I am.
Yeah.
Right, Chris has got this. Roy, this is for us. What do you do about the 2 Port forwards? So this is Butters and Rosie. Who would you trade first? So if you need to trade one, who is it?
How do we get ourselves into this?
That we actually think
why
that
do
we want to keep them. So I'm trading Cripps over Butters or Rosie.
Like what?
That just sounds... My head is exploding.
Where's our mates when we actually put these guys in our teams to start with?
There.
Yeah, exactly.
Calvin.
Yeah, go for it, he says.
Yeah, he did. Okay, There's a couple of levels to this. Firstly, Warnie, you are not getting rid of Cripps before you get rid of one of those.
I know.
Okay,
It's silly.
We're just putting a line through that. That's not happening because I'm being a friend.
Good friend, Roy.
Thank you for
as
being
far as the other two go, it has to be Rosie, that
and
goes
he
first.
scored higher.
Yes, which makes it very difficult to do.
Oh, man. I don't know the answer to this.
Rosie, apart from that score, his last month has been
Oh, Rosie goes
pretty
first.
horrendous.
He goes first.
Butters has gone, I think, two or three 90s and an 80 or something in a row.
Yeah, he can go.
Rose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, mate, I'm not doing it. That's why I'm staying away from it. I've got to see another game from him again.
Ben, can Warnie call up some clubs and get some round 14 rookies for us? Maybe a live call to Tom Mitchell. That's about Ned Long. Ned Long could be a chance at some point. If he gets in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We pick him.
definitely. God,
We pick any
I'll
fresh
pretty much
meat.
pick any. If we get some basement ones coming in that look like they've got any form of job security, they are in for
If
me.
3 190K guys came in, could you do them all?
Yeah.
And just have the cash
Yeah.
ready for next week?
Sorry, Haitley, I'd be doing that. Yeah, one of them would score okay.
Yeah.
One of them would hit a 70 for you.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm with you.
Right. Is Cornelio a good option with the returning players? Yes.
Yes.
He looks pretty damn good.
He was good again, another
Yeah.
ton. So, yes, you could definitely do that.
Just a moment for everyone who
When's,
traded him out.
When's Zach Merritt going to do something, though?
Well, that can go into this question. Brendo, who are your targets coming out of round 12?
I don't know when.
It's a very good question.
Cheap for a reason. You know, and there's the other part of it as well. Like,
He's doing nothing.
had
for me
100,
at the
didn't he?
moment.
he had 103, but he's dropped about 130, 140K now. He's under 800K.
Oh, is he? No, now I'm interested again.
Yeah.
Under 800K.
Oh, there's my target then.
Well, yeah, I think so.
When you getting these guys a name like that for under 800, I don't care if it looks like my team was
So he's a
assembled
target.
in 2010.
Taranto's a target.
I like it.
All
Timmy
right.
time?
Carlton.
Timmy Time's a huge target.
Carlton targets.
I need Hewitt.
Yep.
So
Doc,
Doc.
Sam.
you're not
Walsh.
targeting Cripper. You're not
No.
targeting him.
No. What about the Bombers then? Maybe Parrish as well?
I'm never doing that again. But
Never again, Liz.
yes, he's
Merritt.
in unbelievable form.
Merritt, definitely.
At the price, I'm looking at Merritt. Yep.
They're probably the only ones. So for the Giants, well,
Draper as a downgrade.
for the Giants,
Sorry.
Taranto,
Cornelio.
but any of them.
Kelly.
You wouldn't.
Actually,
What about
there's
a
a few.
Whitfield? Would you touch
Whitfield?
Whitfield?
Well, probably not after the bye.
No.
Because he's coming off this. I think you give him a couple
Give
of
him
weeks.
one. Yeah.
Although we said that about
Was
Tim English.
Perryman good again?
Yes. I think he was.
I think he would've
Peatling
hit
as
it.
well. was big.
Peatling went well again, did he?
Yeah.
So it's pretty interesting.
There's a few there to choose from.
If Perryman's hit another 90, that
Port
guy...
Adelaide, anyone for them off there?
78 for Perryman.
Oh, no good.
Port Adelaide. Ollie
Rosie,
Wines.
Butters.
No.
Target them.
Ollie Wines. He's pretty cheap at the moment.
Boak's getting cheap if he became a good
forward.
player again.
What if he...
Oh, he didn't become a
didn't
forward.
become
No.
a forward?
No,
You
no.
were looking at that, weren't you?
Yeah, he was about 30%, so he was off by a bit.
Yep.
85 last week. He is dropping down under 750.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, he's going to get really cheap.
Yeah.
But not cheap enough, obviously, at this point because he's still dropping. Richmond, could you dust? If you don't
Dusty
have
is
Shorts.
someone you'd look at.
Shorts.
Shorts, you kind of need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't drop the best of scores
No, he
this
didn't.
week.
He wasn't good at all. But he'll be in the top 6 defenders.
And St Kilda.
Sinclair. Brad Crouch can even have a look at.
Did he go okay this weekend? I didn't check.
I don't think he was great. 97.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to 104 this
Yeah,
year.
he's having a great year.
But he's
Sinclair's
not like
the one you
a
want.
target because he's
Well,
at a good price, though. I don't
He's
think.
going to be 100K. Well, no, not 100K. So he's going to be 70 odd K more than what a Zach Merritt is.
Yeah, I'd happily target Sinclair to put in my back line.
Yeah, definitely.
Rowan Marshall's not even on the radar and stuff at the moment. So, yeah, no, that's who we're targeting. It's not a huge lot, but there's enough there in
Yeah.
each position to keep everyone happy, I think.
Agree.
All right. That's the podcast, boys.
Good one too.
I think we are done. Thanks
All
for
right.
tuning in, and we'll be catching up with you next time, which will be Thursday night for AFL Fantasy Live. Head to facebook.com/AFL Fantasy Official for our live show for the team stream as the teams drop. And
Team
we'll,
stream.
Team stream, that's
What's a
new.
live
Doesn't that
stream?
sound good?
Sounded
Sounds good,
great.
actually.
It
Yeah.
did. You're better when you're winning.
Yeah, hasn't he been good today? No. Send us in your
I'm gonna be
feedback,
good.
everyone.
It is, isn't that?
He's been really good
For
today.
the next 12 episodes, Calvinator.
What's going to happen?
So I will stay out of the green vest. You'll be in it
Oh, you flog. No chance.
unless somehow you grow 10 inches. See you next time.